But Paul, I have to say, I think you made a really misleading video title this time. This isn't exactly Bugs Funny anymore. Where's the funny
serious.
bunny? This is a character change. They tried something different.
I think that was actually one of the prototype names for Bugs.
Oh my god. You got
No,
a
it was
sneak too?
It's Funny Rabbit was the prototype name, I think.
What the fuck is his problem?
He hates seeing people walk at normal speed. He's allergic to it.
The sound waves really set him back.
Jump and press the dive action over a rabbit hole to get under the ground.
This is kind of alright, an idea. They had some. I like the idea of burrowing. Burrowing's a fun idea.
I love the idea of compromising with game mechanics. Like this is kind of alright. It's not so bad. Everything else is yeah.
It's a good idea having burrowing in a Bugs game.
I guess. It's canon to the lore, so it's good they put it in the game. What the fuck? Bugs isn't tunneling under the ground? What kind of game is this? Did they do the research?
Why can't I play as all the classic Bugs characters like Peg Leg Pete?
I'm being a real bully this time. I think it's kind of warranted though. Not gonna lie.
Oh come on! It's a licensed game on the PS1. It's not that bad.
There's plenty of good licensed games out there. This is not one of them.
If it was a 2D game, it would probably be really good. Or really competent compared.
Fuck, what was that one... You know, I played one Looney Tunes game in my entire life, and it was actually pretty decent. It was for Game Boy Color. No, I played two of them, never mind. I played Bugs Bunny Crazy Castle 4 on, I think, the original Game
classic.
Boy. It was good. It was a 2D puzzle thing. It was actually kind of fun.
There were 4 of them by the time I'm still on the Game Boy original.
There may have been more. I don't know. That one could have been Game Boy Color. But there was that one, and then I think it was shit. There was 2 of them. It was like a Bugs Bunny one. It was a free roaming adventure game. And you were Bugs Bunny, and then they made a sequel that was like Marvin Strikes Back or something, and you played as him instead of Bugs. It was a really odd game, but it was actually kind of fun.
I remember there was a Daffy Duck Game Boy Color game that had really nice sprite animation. It was like Shantae levels, like on the same system. Like, he had really smooth walking animation, everything really like expressive and fluid.
You know, the only thing
it's quite surprising.
The only thing
I guess it's comparable to like the Disney games of like, yeah, see here, I could have easily corrected that if I could move.
Yeah, it's pretty. You should at least be able to move it a little bit in midair. But no, I was just gonna say the only thing I really had a problem with that Game Boy Color game was that like when you beat the game, you know, you could still like roam around and stuff, but it gave you additional like side missions, which was cool. But the only way to get the rest of them was to link up with another Game Boy. And like no one else like had the game, so I just, you know, I couldn't do anything else with it.
So in other words, it was a cool feature, but you're just bitter because you had no friends.
Well, it's the worst thing when you're a kid and you can't fully play a game like you're supposed to. Especially when you don't have like anything else to do. Like even with Pokemon.
I was about to make the comparison that they're probably just going for the Pokemon thing, where it's like, oh, we can probably like get more sales if we add a tiny little bit that's more enjoyable with friends like that.
Yeah, I suppose so. If I remember correctly, you had to trade characters to get like 2 of them to match so you can unlock that particular story bit. Not in Pokemon, but in the other one. The only thing with Pokemon was trading to get your certain Pokemon to evolve. But that's not really, it's not necessary. There was only a couple that had that.
Why is Bugs trusting a man doing that hand gesture?
Because he's leaning against a wood post and flipping a nickel while chewing on a toothpick. You know, the classic trustworthy behavior.
That classic Looney Tunes gag from Family Guy.
We keep referencing Family Guy, but there's a lot of good bits. There are a lot of good comparisons, I suppose. Bye, I'll go and fuck off over here.
I'll leave this depressing landscape.
Well, why not? After all, they laughed at the man when he discovered the penicillin.
That was a line from the original cartoon that doesn't quite fit here, but whatever.
I'm glad they put that in. I got a real guffaw out of that one.
It's flavor text. It's not always supposed to be hilarious.
They really made fun of the guy when he discovered he had cancer. Oops. And he's like, hey, maybe I should use this penicillin I found on the ground.
So yeah, the first like boss character is Elmer Fudd, but he doesn't appear on the game's cover art. Except for like, well, it's like the first boss, so you can learn that the game is not that hard.
You're telling me that Dinosaur Land's boss is Elmer Fudd?
Well, who else would it be?
I don't know, maybe a fucking dinosaur.
No, because they repurposed the characters. It's Elmer Fudd, but he's like dressed like Fred Flintstone.
Oh, okay.
They
Oh,
should've
he's
just
got a
made it Fred
spear
Flintstone.
too. How fitting.
Well, what do you want a spear character to be in this game? And don't say the racist thing.
That's not where I was going with that at all, actually. I meant like they took his gun away and gave him a spear.
Aw. Tragic.
Truly a fateful encounter. Oh my god, there's no going back now. Why did you react? Because I reacted?
I don't know, there was just something funny about how violent that was.
Yeah,
it wasn't even necessary.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was pretty sudden. And now we got cactuses in the supposed jungle area.
So they truly use dinosaurs to their full potential by just having them just be moving platforms.
This truly is the next generation.
He truly was Bugs Bunny, lost in time.
He's definitely lost in time. Now he just has to get back. Oh wait, he can't. Yes, he's busy collecting carrots and alarm clocks.
But what would you do if you were lost in time?
I'd kill myself. It wouldn't be worth it.
That's not a good PS1 game then, is it?
I wouldn't have internet for a full day, and I would lose my mind. My entire reason for being, which is drawing things, wouldn't be available to me anymore. And anime wouldn't exist either, so...
Oh, boo-hoo.
No point, really. Paul, I don't think you understand just how important these things are to my average everyday life.
You could draw your filthy cat girls on pots and spin them really fast to simulate anime.
On pots?
Yeah. It's like how they had the pots where you'd have the images and then you could spin it really fast and it would be animated.
Paul,
Except I don't think they did that.
Paul, that's racist.
I think they're more like comics. Like
also, where did he stick that alarm clock when he grabbed it?
In his hammer space.
Oh yeah, I believe it's called mallet space.
Is it?
Yeah.
I remember it as hammer space.
He stuck it in his hammer time.
Stop. I love judging both collision boxes and 3D spacing in low-res PS1 games.
I love when Barney lets me cross large gaps and cliffs over his head. And then
I thought you meant the other Barney.
And then decides to become decides to become a pedophile.
When did that happen?
I don't know.
Bugs found it funny though.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure. Wow, that was a good scream.
I like it. I'm glad it happens every time.
No, I'm pretty sure the Barney thing did happen. It was a controversy that took place like a few years after the show started. And like some of the kid co-hosts were like, they lodged, like they were suing the channel or something because of what happened.
They said, "Hey!"
And they went, "Ew!"
And then Barney laughed like Bugs.
These dinosaurs are very lazy.
I don't remember those like allegations or whatever at all.
Then again, if they had an actual menacing dinosaur in this game, it would probably be like Reptar from Rugrats.
Couldn't they have like one of the like major land masses be like a dinosaur instead of having them be small platforms that are annoying to jump on?
In this?
Yeah.
That might be a bit of a stretch.
Well, can't they just have you like walk up the neck of one or something? I don't know.
That would be cool. They did that in the Ninja Turtles game and it was completely optional. It was very janky too, but at least you could do it.
So yeah, unlike you noticed like on the loading screen that the dinosaurs get top billing over Elmer Fudd.
That's a good camera angle.
Come on, man, give him a break. I don't think even Mario didn't go out right. Come on.
It's my job to be the cynical one of this group, Paul.